Combing in this bitch. Fresh. Watch me do it. Niggas know I ball. I go ham. Cam Newton. Shawty on them pills. We'll get this bitch some fluid. And if she won't be mine, she's going on the to-do list. See, I step up in this bitch. Like Robert Adams, stock 'em, stack 'em. Money in my pocket like I got a doctor's master's. Refreshing. Bet y'all forgot about these, huh? Y'all forgot all about these, didn't y'all? Voila. Man, you know how old these are? Probably 10 years old, maybe. I had these when I first started kind of working at my job and making good money and shit. Look at that. These are about like 10 years old at least. And look at that. Take care of your shit. See, when you buy shit for you and not for the public, like just the public, you actually take care of it. That's one thing I notice about a lot of people sometimes. When they buy shit for people, Jordans be fucked up in 3 days. Or they wear it once or something. This motherfucker is brand new, y'all. Look at that. 10 years old, man. It goes perfect with this. Look at that shit. You just don't get no better than that, dog. Come on now. I don't ever wear these really, but I have worn. You know. Anyways, let's talk about knowing your worth one more time. I bet he ain't got these on. I can almost bet it. You know what I'm saying? Oh, with the Cam Newton jersey, and he's back. And he's back. I was about to throw this jersey away, like, man, fuck this shit, man. But he's back. I ain't even gotta waste my jersey, man. Come on, man. Come on, y'all. All right, man. I'm done showing y'all the shoes and shit. Enough with the wardrobe. Let's talk about knowing your worth, man. Because when people say they know their worth, what are they talking about? They're usually talking about, when they say, I know my worth, they're usually talking about not getting done wrong by somebody or something. You know what I mean? Or I expect somebody to treat me right. That's the only level. They don't talk about no other level. But is there more levels to knowing your worth? Or they only talk about knowing their worth on not underrating their self. What about overrating yourself? What about that? For instance, I'm confident enough to think I can make somebody like Beyonce happy, right? But in my logical, common sense, sane mind, that woman is out of my league. It's not that I don't have the confidence, but why would she want to deal with me? That's not my league. She'd be a fool. Maybe, I mean, if you go by love and shit, I get it. But y'all reaching a little bit. If y'all really think a woman like Beyonce, a half a billionaire woman, should deal with a guy like me. Not saying I'm a bad guy. I think I'm the best man in the world. Even if she does get a half a billionaire husband or something. I don't think that guy's better than me. But I know my worth. Meaning not just underrating not just by not underrating myself, but overrating myself too. Some people do that a lot. For instance, a woman, let's just say a woman or man, let's just say he wants a woman that got a Benz, but he's catching a bus. He shouldn't be thinking that way. Like, I know in this video it's going to get misunderstood and people are going to say it's not about money or it's not about this or that. But is it really? Is that really the correct way? Is that how it really is? That's like saying it's not about looks, dog. But at the end of the day, don't looks matter? A woman, man gonna pick somebody that they think it looks better than the next motherfucker, right? If they could, wouldn't they? 9 times out of 10, yeah, they're going to. Unless there's somebody that don't put looks on a high scale like that. That's the only way. But you be out your mind to act like people don't act like looks don't matter to them. That's bullshit, man. That's bullshit. It's not true. It's not true. And can't say I'm hating on looks because I'm not an ugly guy, and that's obvious. But I'm just being honest. Looks matter. You know what I'm saying? I could be ugly to a woman. Somehow, some way, believe it or not. Some women might think I'm ugly, or they might not think I'm ugly, but think I'm not their type or some shit. I'm just not what they're attracted to. Anyways, when you know your worth, it could be like what I just said. Like, I know I'm a good looking guy. That don't mean every woman's going to think that. So by me knowing my worth, I won't try to do monkey tricks and magic tricks for a woman who just seems like she doesn't like me. Maybe she likes a blonde hair, blue eyed dude or something, or a super dark skinned dude or something like that. You know what I mean? Also, sometimes women say, I know my worth when it comes to men, right? But they deal with men who don't know that woman's worth because of attraction. Or maybe they feel sorry for the guy. Or maybe they don't think they can do better, right? It's all the same. If you really know your worth, I don't think any three of those things would probably make a woman or man, whatever, consider that. But mainly when people say they know their worth, again, all they're talking about is what? Not getting done wrong by somebody and all this and all that, right? I guess it depends on what we're talking about when we say, do you know your worth? Because some people might say, I deserve to be treated like a wife, blah, 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 right? But then they will not deal with those type of men that would treat them like a wife and pick the other guy that treats them like shit. Why? If you know your worth so much, and you're going to scream up and down, I know my worth, to a motherfucker that don't know your worth, what's the point? Because part of knowing your worth is what? Understanding that people you deal with know your worth too. That's part of knowing your worth. How can you say you know your worth, but yet you steady screaming for a motherfucker that don't know your worth to know your worth, if that makes sense? That'd be like me telling a woman, I know my worth. I'm good. What are you talking about? You're a fool if you don't fuck with me. Why do I even got to say this to her? If I know my worth so much, then I'm not even going to sweat that she don't know my worth. That's her problem. That's her loss. You know, it's funny how people scream up and down. They know they worth so much, right? But what if the motherfucker you screaming at to don't know your worth? Then what? You still going to try to invest in them? Or you going to say, you know what, I know my worth. I could do better than this. I deserve better than this. See, some people say they know their worth because the person they dealing with is doing them wrong, but they don't put action into it. They just saying it with words. You know what I mean? Because they want that person that they're with to comply. Some men say they know their worth, but yet and still they're trying to get with women who don't want to deal with them at all. Part of knowing my worth or your worth or whoever's worth is knowing that people, you'd be like, man, nothing's wrong with me. That person must be kind of stupid to not fuck with me. It is what it is. Oh well, they lost. You know what I mean? Instead of, I gotta prove that this motherfucker I'm worth it and this and that. I don't know what to say about it, man. I had a lot more to say about it then. It's just like my mind just went blank, and I don't know why. That usually never happens. Usually I'm pretty sharp off the dome with this shit, but for some reason I'm not. I don't know why. Maybe I should have just waited a little bit. You know what I'm saying? So maybe I might just scrap this video and make another one. Not now, when I really feel like it, because I really want to touch on this topic, and I cannot think of what I really wanted to say. And I don't understand why. But I guess it's time to go to bed, y'all. Ain't nothing else to do but go to bed, you know. But if you are a person out there, man, and you really think you know your worth, some of y'all are trying to attract people that don't think that, like, if you're a woman, A lot of women are trying to get with men who don't think they are wife. So if you know your worth, why are you dealing with men who don't think who act like they don't know your worth? I don't understand. I'm not about to twist no woman's arm to say, hey, look, I'm husband material. I don't give a fuck if she don't see it. Not my problem, because the right woman will already see it. I know my worth. My worth is not standing in line, waiting for, oh, please pick me. Nah, because the right woman is not going to really make me stand in line. She might try to talk to other people to see who the fuck she wants or some shit, but she won't treat me like a motherfucker standing in line and shit. As women, like if you're a woman, you got to know that there's somebody out there that sees you as a wife material woman. You know what I'm saying? You shouldn't settle for nothing less than that. And I'm just being honest. I don't give a fuck how much you like them. Do they see you as wife material? You know what I mean? I can like a lot of women. Oh, that one looks good. That one, this one, this one, this one. Which one likes me? That's the most important part too. Besides, yeah, I gotta like them too, of course. Which one likes me too? Because to me, a lot of people don't see it, but to me, knowing my worth, meaning knowing that I'm a good person, I feel like I'm better off alone before I get with somebody who really wanted some other guy, but I'll just settle for him. Now I know my worth. You know what I'm saying? Same thing with marriage and things like that. A lot of people feel like they have to get married right away because it makes them feel better. You know what I mean? You claim you know your worth, but you think marriage is going to make you feel better or validate you or catapult you to some special other person. If you knew your worth, you would know that you don't need marriage to make you feel like this special motherfucker. You should already feel like that. You know your worth, right? Ain't that what people scream all the time? So why do you need marriage to make you feel worthy? You know what I'm saying? And I'm not against marriage. Don't think that I am. I'm not saying that. But too many people think, well, he's not married. Or, yeah, he's not married. What does he know? Like you telling a woman I'll marry you makes you so worthy and so valuable. I mean, some people right now are single women. You know what I mean? And you should know your worth because sometimes women get caught up in that bullshit of, well, I'm not wifed up, so I must not be worth nothing. And this woman over here, she's wifed up, so she must be so special and the queen of England and shit. Nah, because really all it takes is a man that you see men wanting to wife up a woman he don't even know yet. She just ran into the right motherfucker, but that don't mean it's the right thing to do. That don't mean they're gonna last. Tell women all the time about this men shit. Hurry up and move in with me. Let me get married to you. You can do that shit if you want to. You can believe that bullshit ass link talking about a man knows if he wants to marry you within 6 months and all that bullshit all you want to. And I'm not saying that a man won't feel like it or think like, man, maybe I can marry this woman. But he won't do it yet because he understands a man in his right frame of mind with thinking with real feelings understand I still got to take time with this woman. I don't want to rush nothing yet. I want it to be right. That's real feelings. You know, all this other shit, this weak ass shit. Oh, please marry me real quick. A lot of times that's just a man who don't know his worth. You know what I mean? Because he thinks that if I don't wipe this woman up real quick, she gonna find somebody else, man. Let me wipe her up real quick. Trying to make it harder for the woman to lead. What are you worried about? If you know your worth, if you're a good dude, what you worried about? Why you gotta wipe her up so quick? Tell y'all, man. It's not what y'all think, man. It really ain't. Anybody in their right mind only wants to be married once, if possible. If you already been married before and it didn't work, hopefully the next time. You know what I mean? It's not like you want to get married 5,000 times and shit. Right? So as a woman, so some people say they know their worth, right? But then they'll go on social media and post a post showing their whole body. Wait a minute. So now are you saying that you're only worth looking at? Or you have some women, right? I know my worth, but if a man can't buy me this and that, right? Then I ain't fuck with him. Wait a minute. So all you worth is just so you're saying a woman only has her hand out? You're saying that that's what a woman's worth. Sex and have her hand out. Is that what you're saying? Some of you men, "Oh, I'll just cash out to you and I'm a good looking guy, cash out." So you saying a man's only worth money and looks? If you knew your worth, you would be looking for more shit to add into a woman or man's life. How can a woman say she knows her worth, but dumb herself down or dumb the worth of a woman down to I'm only going to give you sex and look good for you, but you got to do everything else for me? How? Wouldn't a real woman say, you know what, I'm worth a lot as a woman? A woman in general is worth a whole lot of shit. I look at all this other stuff I can do for this guy too. Oh man. But that's not what we see, is it? All we see, 9 times out of 10, not every woman, but all we see is, all I got to do is look good and give him sex, right? That's it. Because that's what a woman's worth. I'm not saying that. That's what their actions are saying. Remember, actions speak louder than words. You can say I'm wifey all you want, but if your actions are only showing and displaying, well, I'm only going to look good for a man and give him sex, and everything else he better give to me, then you don't know the worth of a woman. And neither do you men if you accept that. Same thing, vice versa, man. Same thing. So if a woman, this is what I don't get, man. A lot of times these men try to cash out to women they don't know. That should be a red flag right there for a woman. Yeah, it benefits you, but it should be a red flag. You should think in your head, wait a minute. If this man knows the worth of a man, why ain't he trying everything? Why is he just trying to pay to show me the worth of him? Why ain't he just trying to do simple little things and shit? Why does he feel he got to cash out to me right away? And a lot of women do spot that. And they do feel offended by it. Not only do they feel offended by it, it makes them look at you a certain way. We're not talking about women who are only out for money. Again, they don't know their worth. That's why they think all they got to do is look pretty and then try to take a man's money. Because they don't want to. If they knew the worth of a woman, they'd want to offer more as a woman. Think about it. So the same thing with a man. If I know the worth of a man is more than just money and looks and sex, then I'm going to be trying to offer a whole bunch of shit. Conversation, you know what I mean? All type of things when it comes to giving a woman something to like about me. It's not going to be just, here's some money and I look good, look at my swag. It's going to be more than that because I know men are worth more than that. Why? Like I say all the time with the men, a lot of the shit that y'all trying to do give to women or impress women with, every man's doing that. You know what I mean? Every man's doing that. The only way you can stand out is to be yourself, right? And then try to add things to yourself as a man that a lot of men are not doing. Same thing with the women. Like if you're a woman and you're not a fucking supermodel, you could beat the supermodel. And you could get a better man than her. How? Because if a man just says off of looks, well, she's wife and that's all, that's probably not going to be a good man for that woman. More than likely, he could be taken by another woman because of looks. He said that he wants to be with this woman strictly because of looks. You know what I'm saying? But if you don't look that good as a woman, the reason how you could beat these women who just use looks, especially when you get in the ages of people wanting to get married, is because men, when we get older, we look for more than just looks, right? And a lot of those women who just use looks, remember, that's all they think women are worth. I mean, they might not think it in their mind like, I'm a woman, this is all I'm worth is looks. But their actions, they don't cook for the man. Let me rub your back or something. They don't do that. See what I'm saying? All they do is look good and give me this and give me that. That's why women who are not, I'm not saying it's all good looking women either. I'm just saying women who think the only thing that they have to offer a man is fucking sex and looks. I'm talking about them. Because some of them might not be supermodels at all. They actually be ugly and still have that same mindset. Don't mean she's a supermodel. She can still have that same mindset. But what I'm saying is a woman that's not a supermodel can get a better man than a supermodel because 9 times out of 10, that woman, when you're at an older age, men look for more in a woman than just looks and sex, right? So by the time when they're at that age, you as a woman, you really have things in your arsenal that actually make up a woman. Because there's so many things that make a woman great, right? When you look at the definition of a woman, it's more than just fucking looks and sex, dog. If you think that, you're a fool. If men think that, then that's the wrong man, right? So by you concentrating on more things, like, you know, being a good mother, or if you become a mother, all these things, learning how to manage money and all these things. You know what I mean? Learning how to be alone sometimes, that helps too, because that doesn't put the burden on the man to always have to deal with the burden of constantly trying to make you happy, because you're not trying to make yourself happy too, which in the end, it's going to fail anyway. You're not going to be happy because you're not making yourself happy. It's impossible for somebody else to make you happy unless you are happy yourself too. Now, things like that. You know your worth as a woman. You know that a woman is worth more than looks. And that's why you see some of those supermodel looking women, you wonder, how the fuck did she lose a man? Why don't men want her? How is she single? That's why a lot of times, man. Because it's all about her, and she thinks her looks, for whatever, because she has came across the wrong type of men. That's why I'm saying you'll get a better man. The men she come across get with her because of looks. Because if it was men who got with her because of the greatness of a woman, things that a woman have to offer, there's no way they would pick just a woman. There's no way they would be satisfied or happy with a woman who just says, I'm going to look good and I'll give you sex every now and then if you do right, and that's it. No way, they wouldn't have done that. They'd have found somebody else they're attracted to. Maybe not a supermodel, but she's still attractive, and she does a whole lot more. And a lot of those men who don't know how to pick good women, sometimes they are mentally destroyed when it comes to women. They don't believe in women. They don't believe in love. A lot of that. Same thing with women when they pick men who destroy them a lot of times. Sometimes they don't make it out of that shit, man. And they're never the same, you know. That's why it's important with decision making when it comes to a woman. It's very important. Not just with men in general. What type of decision making does she make? But especially when it comes to men. Because her decision making could be the difference between her being with the whole fucking block and then being with, she might have been with some people, but she ain't been with the whole damn block. That matters. That fucking matters. I don't give a fuck what y'all say. The better she is at picking a decent man. She might not have worked out with that guy, but she probably wasn't passed around by every fucking body. It's usually the ones who are poor at picking men, and that's why they got a boyfriend every fucking week. And then here you come later thinking you something special. No, you just the next motherfucker in line. You know what I'm saying? But it's a little different when a woman was actually in relationships and, you know, actually kind of has a decent enough grasp on picking a decent guy. You know what I mean? She might have still picked wrong, but, I mean, she wasn't out there like that. You know what I'm saying? But anyways, man. That's all I got to say about it, man. A lot of women say they know their worth, man, but all they offer men is looks and sex. So there's no way you know your worth as a woman. Impossible. When I look at a woman or think of the definition of a woman, there's a whole lot of shit that a woman does. And it ain't got to be no big fucking crazy ass shit. It's just little shit. So for the motherfuckers who might be watching or see this video on YouTube and think that I'm saying that a woman's supposed to just fucking be perfect and go all the way the fuck out and all that shit. Nah, I ain't saying that at all. I'm talking about the little shit that matters in a woman. It's a whole bunch of little shit that matters in a woman. But for some reason, these days, it's been broken down to all I got to do is look decent, right? And sex. And that's enough. That's enough for men. But then they wonder why men won't wife them up, why men cheat, and all these other things. And there's no excuse for what they're doing, what the men are doing. I'm just saying. You think that, imagine me saying, well, all I got to do is look good and have money, man. And that should be enough right there. And have good sex, look good, and have a lot of money. That should be enough for any woman. You think that that's going to be enough to make a woman actually be very content with me and happy? I doubt it, man. It might work for a while. But then she's going to start to think, damn, men should be doing this. They should be protectors. They should be there when I'm down and out or when I feel bad. You know what I mean? A man's supposed to be doing this and this. She's going to look at all that little shit. You know what I mean? And it's not going to add up. She's going to be like, man, maybe I never even had a real man yet. I've heard them say that too. Heard a lot of women say that before. Female friends and shit. Say they never even had a real man. At least she acknowledges it. But when you don't know your worth, you're going to stay with that type of bullshit. You know what I'm saying? Because you think that's all you can get. You think that's what you deserve. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. But knowing your worth goes to a whole, it's more than just women and men. It could be fucking where you working at right now. It could be a lot of shit. It could be you believing you can't quit smoking or quit drinking or diet. You can't keep a diet. It could be a lot of shit, man. Because you, like I said in that video the other day, everybody has greatness in them. Every last one of us. But there's just got to be something that happens that makes people see that greatness. And once they see it, they're going to thirst for it forever. They're always going to be trying to be great. Some people might confuse that with, oh, she's too busy, he's too busy, or he's stuck up, she's stuck up, and all this and all that. But maybe you should be trying to get on your shit too, and then y'all become a great ass power couple. Maybe that might be the problem. Then you got people overrating themselves. I really didn't want to get into that too much because I'm not sure if I might explain it the wrong way and people might get offended. Because plus at the same time, you're supposed to feel like you deserve the best, right? But at the same time, sometimes what I mean by overrating yourself, you could be trying to pair bond with somebody that is not meant for whatever reasons. There could be a lot of reasons. Plus, it depends on that person and how they feel too. So here's a good example. I'm glad I finally got to that. Finally. So a woman be like, I'm the shit. My pussy the best ever. And a man be stupid not to fuck with me. I got a PhD, everything, blah, blah, blah. Okay, yeah, you know your worth. You're doing great. Pat yourself on the back, right? But then she'll get with a guy that doesn't feel that way about her. Part of knowing your worth is understanding that if somebody really likes you, you're going to know. Like, you would know at some point. And you wouldn't deal with people who don't. Ain't that part of knowing your worth? So all this, I got this going on, I got that going on. But then imagine you got $1 million and you put it in the wrong, you invested in the wrong shit. And that $1 million keeps dropping every day. You know it's not working for you, but you're just going to leave it there and hope and pray that it changes. Instead of just, let me take this out and find another investment. Let me invest in something else. A lot of people not doing that though. I'm a wife. I'm a great woman. I do this and I do that. All that screaming and yelling towards some guy who don't give a flying fuck. Or guys even. Sometimes it's guys. It's not just one. It could be guys. Because they think by them being a great woman or man, by default, whoever they like and choose to like or whatever, that it's supposed to be reciprocated. Or that person's supposed to see them as being great. Another part of knowing your worth is not giving a fuck what other people think about your worth. I know my worth. I don't give a fuck if another woman thinks I'm not worth this or that because of whatever reason in her little ass head. It don't matter. It matters what I think. But if I go by what she's thinking, now I'm trying to impress a woman who don't even think I'm worth anything. You know what I mean? And that's what happens with a lot of women. Trying to impress a man that does not think that way about you. Sometimes you don't know yet, of course, but sometimes when you blatantly know, especially if you already had sex with the dude, you should blatantly know by then. I don't give a fuck what no woman say. If you already had sex with the dude and he's still acting like this, like you not, the best thing since bread and shit, and then, I don't know, man. Some of y'all gonna say, well, that's pussy whip. That's not about pussy whip. It's just about a man. Once a man has smashed, he should show a lot of interest in you. It shouldn't be no funny shit still going on. You know what I'm saying? I don't give a fuck what y'all say or what men say. You can believe what you want, waste your time all you want to. I'm telling you the facts. I'm telling you the fucking facts, man. And 9 times out of 10, a man who really, genuinely, really trying to be interested in you and fucking with you, it's already there before he even smashed. A lot of y'all call that thirst. Sometimes it is thirst. Don't get me wrong. Sometimes men do be acting thirsty, but a lot of times they really ain't trying to be thirsty. Maybe they just don't know how to come at you, kinda, maybe. Or it just seems like they're coming off too strong because they like you a lot. But what do women do? Oh, he's thirsty. I don't want that. We're not talking about the ones that are blatantly thirsty. We're just talking about the ones that might come off strong because they like you a lot. Oh, nobody else must want this motherfucker. He ain't got no options. I don't want him. But then I'm going to ask God, God, please send me a guy that loves me to death. And then it's right there and you don't even want it. Same thing with y'all men. And that could be anybody. A lot of times you praying for this or that, they be right there and you're not even looking at it. That could be anybody. So be careful. Knowing your worth. Some men don't have the looks. Thank God I did. You know what I mean? But some men don't have the looks like that. But they want a fucking Barbie. They're not Ken. You're not Ken, dog. And I'm not trying to be funny. I'm just being honest. You're not Ken, dog. But yet they think that they deserve Barbie. Not saying they couldn't get Barbie. But maybe you should be real for a second. Like, you know what? I don't look like fucking Ken. So let me not just focus on just looks when it comes to a woman. Right? Just being honest, man. Or maybe it's a woman who see the reason why I don't like to do that because it's going to offend people. Usually I don't give a fuck, but today I'm be nice because I don't want to offend people because I'm not trying to offend people. I'm just trying to be real about it. You know what I'm saying? Let's just say it like this: if you got a woman with 5 kids, right? But she thinks she thinks her worth is deserving of a man with no kids. And I'm not saying that you're not good enough woman or deserve a man with no kids. The problem is the worth part. Like, why should a man with no kids get with you if you got 5 kids? Why? Maybe if you had 1, maybe 2, but 5, why would he? Why should he? Because doesn't he have to know his worth too? It does not mean like I'm worth more than you. You ain't nothing. But it's the whole situation. Now, maybe you got 5 kids as a woman and you a guy with a couple kids. It's a little different. But that's not what's going on. You are at the bus stop, but trying to act like I'm not good enough because I'm not in the fucking Benz. That's what's going on. That's not knowing your worth. How you going to tell me I got to be in the Benz and you ain't? How you going to tell me that I'm the man, I got to pay for the date, but you can't? See, it's okay if you're a woman like, man, he's the man. I kind of expected him to pay for the date. You know what I mean? But you got money yourself. If you really wanted to take him out, you could. But it's just a principle that you think a man should do it. But you really have the money to do it if you really wanted to. You get what I'm saying? Versus a woman who don't have no money to do it. But yeah, I demand a man do this and I demand. You shouldn't even be looking for a man right now. If you at that point where you don't have no money at all, nothing, like you don't even have a job at least, you shouldn't even be looking for a man or a woman if you're a dude. Because a lot of dudes think they deserve this great ass woman and you are not even trying to become this great ass man. You still live in your mom's basement talking about you want this great wife. I say it all the time in videos. No man should even be looking for a woman until he's on his shit. You're the leader. You're supposed to be able to provide and protect for that woman and lead. How the fuck do you think you deserve a woman when you ain't providing and protecting and leading for your damn self yet? That's no knock. That's not saying that you won't get there. But I'm saying you shouldn't be looking for a woman until you are actually on your shit. However, maybe God bless you with a woman that gives you the motivation and the drive to become that, right? If that happens, that happens. That great. You got a real one. You got somebody that was willing to get with you when you was down and out. You know what I mean? They see something in you. Same thing with y'all women. If you find a guy that got a lot of shit going on and you got 5 kids and he likes you that much, fuck it, great. You know what I'm saying? I ain't here to argue that. That's how he feel. That's what he want. Fine. But you shouldn't be looking for it. You shouldn't be looking for no man or no woman if you're down and out right now in life. You should be trying to start a relationship with your fucking self to get your shit together and fall in love with yourself so you can want to become the greatest version of yourself. Because that's what makes you want to become the greatest version of yourself, falling in love with yourself. So yeah, man, knowing your worth, I could go on and on. I still didn't touch on it like I wanted to. I really didn't. Hopefully, I'm going to make another one someday. And I promise y'all, it's going to be deeper than this because there's a lot more to it than, what I said. And then, most people just think knowing my worth is I'm not putting up with no shit from no nigga and no girl. I know my worth. It's more than that. It's more than that. Because sometimes you're trying to like somebody who doesn't see you as the same. They don't think you're on their level or something. You know what I'm saying? But, people are going to say, well, I'm a great woman, so I don't know why he don't like me. You know what I mean? Who knows why? Point is he don't, right? Or she don't. That's the point. Doesn't matter why. Fact of the matter is they don't. So therefore, knowing your worth, you should just say it is what it is, man. People like what they like. It is what it is, right? You know what I'm saying? Or it could be a woman, maybe she's, like I said, she could be Kim Kardashian or something, have a lot of money or something. Knowing my worth, not saying that I don't think I could make that woman happy or not, or none of that, but it just doesn't make sense. Like, why would a woman with that and on that level want to deal with a guy way on another level? Why? I don't get it. And he doing his right mind would say, you know what? Yeah, that girl's on a different level than me, so it is what it is, you know what I'm saying? But fuck it, you might luck up. I mean, shoot your shot if you want to, right? But if she rejects you or something like that, you should kind of understand why. Maybe. I don't know. Like I said, though, when you talk about this knowing your worth the opposite way, when it comes to overrating yourself, it's a touchy subject, and a lot of feelings, get hurt. You know what I mean? People don't want to accept these things. They just don't want to accept these things. And it's hard to talk about because you'll lose the audience because it's not what they want to hear. Like, man, I don't want to hear this shit. No, he's right, but fuck, I don't want to hear it. I don't want to accept it. Fuck that. You know what I mean? I'm going to go back and talk to old dude who don't think I'm wife material. You know what I mean? I'm going to talk to him anyway. Fuck it. You know what I'm saying? Men gonna do it too. Men gonna do it too because they don't know their worth. You with a woman that always got her hand out. Always. Don't do shit for you, but always got her hand out. But you know your worth. It don't make sense. Another thing, when a woman knows her worth, what did Jennifer Lopez say? Love don't cost a thing. Right? A real woman cannot be bought, man. You cannot put a price tag on a real woman. With that being said, any real woman knows that she kind of get offended if you try to buy her. Think about it. Because real women understand they're priceless. They don't think that they can be bought and some price tag and all that. That is not saying that no, every woman wants a man that is stable, right? But there's a difference between wanting a man that's stable and a man that, there's a difference between women who want men that's stable and women who are able to be bought, basically. Like, you won't fuck with me if I don't do shit for you. But if I do shit for you, I'm the best thing on earth. That's bullshit. That's bullshit. That's a woman that don't know her worth. I'm sorry. Because a woman who really knows her worth, she might want a man that's got money and shit going on, but she's not going to just fuck with any man. You see what I'm saying? There's a difference. Just like a man that knows his worth and understands a woman's worth, he might not he might not want to deal with a woman that he's not attractive to, but he doesn't at the same time need a supermodel, aka the same way some women, or actually all women, kind of, you know, they want a man that's stable, but they won't just fuck with a man just because he is stable, if that makes sense. So in other words, when a man knows his worth, he might want a good looking woman, but he's not going to just fuck with you or wife you up just because you look good, because that's not enough. He understands there's more to being a wife than that. Just because you look good, that don't mean that's not enough. So some good looking women might see this video and feel offended. You know what I mean? Well, not the ones that actually, because there are good women out here who actually add that woman part to their arsenal. But then we talking about the other ones who just look good and that's it. And I'm just going to look good and that they're going to feel offended by this video. Because they know in their hearts of hearts that they use their looks to get over on weak ass men. They know it. But again, their ride is only going to be like 10 years, maybe. Then you're going to have younger draft choices, and you only used your looks to get men. So you didn't use nothing else to attract men, so you're done. Over with. It's done for you. You know what I'm saying? You can't use your looks no more. Why? Because there's younger women now. And those men that was only getting attracted to, that was only fucking with you because you was using your looks and shit like that. Well, now, since they are the type of men that think with the mindset of, oh, she looks good, I'll fuck with her. By default, they're going to fuck with the younger ones now. Because in their mind, a great woman is just about looks. It's not about everything else, too. So what do you think going to happen? What do you think going to happen? That's the danger of it. Not only that, a lot of good women get cheated on. Why do you think that is? A lot of times, of course it is, if you fuck with a cheater, you're going to get cheated on regardless. But sometimes it's because you are a good-looking woman and all your life you've been pampered pampered and all that shit, and you did not learn that you had to give back to a man too. And it's really the men's fault. I don't blame the women. I blame the men. Because men should not be letting this happen, but they do. I feel like there would be so much more great women if men actually had standards. Same thing with the women. A lot of men are not great because a lot of women don't have standards. Oh, he's 6'5" with tattoos. That'll do. Check. I got him. I'll take him. Imagine that. Imagine a man getting a lot of women just because he has a decent face. You know what I'm saying? And he got some height. You know what I'm saying? He got a decent face, a height, and some money. That should not be enough for you to get a whole bunch of women, dog. But in this world, it's enough. And y'all trying to convince me that is what a man is all about. Those three things. You're trying to say that's all when it comes to a man. That's it? Money, looks, and sex. That's it? You gotta be kidding me. Much more to men, real men. And men who are trying to become real men understand this. Like, damn, this ain't enough, dog. I still gotta work. I still got more to do. I gotta work, dog. This ain't enough. I want to become great mentally, all that. As a man, I'm telling you, the best way to attract women is be yourself, man. If you want something real, if you want something fake, then yeah, go ahead and do monkey tricks. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead. Join the circus. But if you want something real, that's not going to work that way. So it boils down to, do you know your worth? Because I do. And I don't give a fuck how. Man, you would be surprised how many very good-looking women that I walk away from. I got balls to walk away. Balls of steel. Because I know my worth. I mean, just because you look good as a woman doesn't make you better than all the things I can offer as a man. Just because you look good. We're not talking about a woman who looks good and wants to be a man's woman and try to offer things. We're not talking about them. We're talking strictly about a good-looking woman who said, that's enough. You should hit me up first every time and all this. And men fall for it. If you don't believe me, then how the fuck does it exist? Women fall for it. If it didn't exist, if the existence of men just getting away with just tattoos, height, look good to women, and have a little bit of money, if that wasn't enough to have a lot of women, come at them, then why does it exist? Like, why do so many men think that that's all they gotta do? Why do so many men resort to trying to look at the money? I got money. I'll cash out to you. I'll fly you here. I'll fly you there. Why? Why does it exist? I'm telling y'all, man. The game is fucked up because you're fighting against other people too. You're not just fighting against yourself or somebody you trying to like or be with. You're also fighting against your same gender. That's your biggest enemy right there, your same gender, because that kind of shapes the whole perception of the opposite gender, how they feel about the opposite gender. So all these men just cash out to this woman. Now she comes across you, a man who still has the same, you might have more money than them. You might be able to offer her way more in life than them. But guess what? A lot of women live for the moment. So soon, when she comes up to you, what is she going to expect? The same shit that they've been giving her. She don't know you from nothing. But she expects that. And if you don't fuck with her, I'll just fuck with that other dude. I ain't worried about him. He's nothing. Same thing with y'all women. Too many women are just sleeping or giving it out to anybody. You know what I mean? Their version of attraction to a man is that little shit I was talking about. It's not just a bunch of shit. It's that little shit. Tattoos, this height, decent face, a little bit of money. You know how many men fall under that category? So now she's sleeping with a whole bunch of motherfuckers because her standards are that low. Her standards are not more high, right? So by default, it makes men feel like, well, that's all I gotta do to get a woman, and they demand it. They expect. They have the expectations of, if I take her on this date, man, I should be able to smash tonight, and if I don't, then I'm gonna hit split bill. Motherfucker in the video asked, "You want to come back to my place?" She said no. Hit split bill. Why? Because there's too many women that are doing that. So now the women who are not willing to do that are suffering. I ain't gonna say suffering, but it still affects them. Because they don't know, like, they just trying to get to know men. They don't know which men are affected by the fact of expecting a woman to sleep with them just because they took them out on a date. Same thing with the women, expecting money as soon as I take you out or something. Some of them don't even want to go out with you. They expect you to cash out to them. It's bullshit, dog. It's bullshit, man. But if you know your worth as a woman or man, you will not scoop down to that level. You don't got to. You don't have to show your body to social media to attract the right dude. If you talking to a dude and you like him, that's different. But I'm talking about trying to, let's say a woman is not talking to no guy at all. At all. Like, she don't have some guy in mind. She's like, let me try to find another man. Then she shows her body trying to do it. Right? Complete people she never interacted with enough. It's not a good look. It's not a good thing. You don't know your worth because you think showing your body is the prize to get the men. If you understand what I'm saying. If you knew your worth, you would understand that men who know a woman's worth, the men who are worth actually being chosen by, actually know the worth of women are more than just showing her body. So why would you do that to attract men? Think. If I know women know, right? If I know women know that men are worth more than just giving them money and shit, then why would I use money to try to attract the women who know this? It makes no, think. What type of women are you trying to attract? Are you trying to attract the real ones? Because the real ones understand that you shouldn't be trying to buy them. And they also understand they're priceless. So you can't buy them. So why would you even attempt it? Y'all get what I'm saying? So when it comes to women, with the men, why are you using your body? It's different. Like, I'm not talking about men I'm talking about like a dating app or something. Why are you using your body trying to attract the men? If you understand that men who are actually worth dealing with, actually, yeah, they like this. Of course, they like the body, but they're looking for more than that. They might actually not want to fuck with you because you're showing your body. Ever think about that? Because any man that's really worth choosing is probably going to think that type of way. Like, man, I don't think I want to wife that girl. She's showing her body to the social media. Nah, I don't want that one. But they say they want a husband, right? But then when you talk about this husband shit, oh, there's rules and regulations and standards now. They ain't ready for that, are you? Same thing with y'all men. I want a wife, but then you start seeing the rules and regulations and standards of a wife. What a wife has for a man, fuck that. I can't deal with that shit. A wife ain't gonna put up with you fucking flirting with every fucking woman and shit. Or should I say wife material woman? Are you out your fucking mind? Because whatever a wife material woman expects from herself, she expects from the guy. Or let me say it this way, whatever she expects from a man, she expects from herself. Same thing, vice versa. Whatever a man expects, a husband material man expects from women, or from himself, he expects from women too. Because he already holds himself to the same standards already. So yeah, he's going to look for that in women too. He's not going to say, well, I don't want you to go to the club every night, but I'm going to be up in that motherfucker every night. I'm going to be up in there every night, but you ain't allowed to have a social media because all these women on social media flirt with everybody, but I'm allowed to have one. It makes no fucking sense. Makes no sense. What the fuck are y'all looking for? You got to ask yourself these things, man. I don't know. Y'all tell me. But I'm off here, man. Too much time. Got to get up early again, of course. So, shit, 11 days, 2 down, 9 more to go. And then I finally get 2 days off for the first time. And, like, I don't even remember, you know what I'm saying? So, I'm definitely going to be happy about that. But for now, y'all have a good one. As always, therapy, man. Good talking to people, man. Hopefully, some people get something out of this shit, man. You know what I mean? You might not agree with everything, but I'm sure there's something in there that you could use, you know what I'm saying, for your life. I just feel like as people, the difference between back then, like grandmas and grandpas versus now, the reason I feel like a lot of it, of course the world's different, but I feel like one of the main reasons why it worked more back then than now is because of what they was looking for in women and men. You know what I'm saying? Nowadays, people are literally looking for Mr. or Mrs. Popular. Status. If you could be the perfect woman or man, right? But if you don't have that status, I don't really want to fuck with that. I ain't fucking with him. And then you could be some bullshit ass woman or man as far as relationships, because I don't like calling people bullshit. But as far as relationships, they could be bullshit. And just because you have status, let me pick him. Because she feels like she picks him, she's so popular in the spotlight now. Stupid. But, hey, that's what it is. Or he's not talking to a lot of women. There's nobody to fight with and this and that. Hey, nobody must not want this motherfucker. Or maybe it's not that. Maybe he's just not putting himself out there, right? That's for the women's side. Because the men, we actually like this shit. Like, damn, she's not putting herself out there like that. You know what I mean? It doesn't seem like she talks to a whole bunch of people. Perfect. But for the women, for some reason, not all, but most, that's a strike against you. He ain't got no options. You could be exactly what she wants, and she sensed that you ain't got options and shit. You could be like, you not tell her, but you, in your mind, you just want her to be the only option you fuck with. You don't like casual date or something. If she senses that, not a lot of them, I'm going to say about 90%, they won't even want to fuck with you now. Because you only wanted to see them as the option and nobody else and get to know them. To them, that's a turnoff. But back in the day, your grandmas and stuff like that, that was not the case. That's what they was looking for. You know what I'm saying? And now when it comes to men, oh, you're not getting away. You thought you was getting away, but you're not. When it comes to men, you say you want this great woman, right? You know, I want a woman all to me, man. That all they do is they for everybody, all these niggas, man. But then you don't understand that a lot of that has to deal with a woman not showing her body on social media and shit like that, or maybe not wanting to come to your house the first time you went out. But you can't tell rockhead motherfuckers this shit. You know what I'm saying? But your grandpas, they understood this shit. That's what they was looking for in women. But it's like when women do this, it's a strike against them. Just like when men stay to themselves and don't want to talk to a whole bunch of women, and women find that as a turnoff. Some of them, most of them. Same thing with the men. Well, she didn't want to come to my house next. You know what I mean? Instead of saying, man, you know what? Man, that's a good thing that she didn't want to come to my house the first time. But they don't look at it that way. And they completely ignore if she does come to the house. Not saying that just because a woman, y'all might, I mean, it's possible a woman might not, a woman could be celibate for a long ass time and not fuck with nobody, and she like you that fucking much, and it just happened. It could happen. I ain't saying it can't. But nine times out of 10, man, if she's willing to do that like that, she probably doing it to others too. Same thing with the men. Matter of fact, you got to ask yourself as a woman, like, damn, how many other women he asked to the house the first day? You don't even know me like that yet. So you should be asking yourself, and I think a lot of women do ask that. I think a lot of women do feel that way. Like, you know what? This motherfucker tried to ask me out already. They probably do that to everybody. I don't even want to touch this motherfucker, I don't think. Something might be wrong with his ass or something. But you can't tell rockhead motherfuckers this either. It's like I said, man. It's like the shit that we look for in women and men is not quite like before with your grandmas and grandpas. It's all backwards. The stuff that people prioritize is all backwards. It's all backwards. As far as popularity or status, when it comes to men, it's a little different. It's more like she got to be this trophy I can show off there. Look at what I got. Look at my trophy. But your trophy at home don't do nothing for you. Nothing. All she do is hold her hand out and talk shit back to you. She don't do shit for you. But you're okay with that because, you know, as long as I can show the men, look what I got something better than you. Not really. It just looks better. Maybe. Maybe. That's even a maybe. You know what I mean? But the point is, you got a lot of men just get in with the woman because she's a trophy. Not because the woman's right for the guy. You know what I'm saying? Because she's a trophy. I want to show her off. Look what I got. Same thing with the women. The status. He's not popular enough. I don't want to fuck with him. He doesn't mess with enough different other women. I don't want to fuck with him. Telling y'all this shit goes on, man. I've seen it. I hear other men talking about it. I've studied it myself. You know what I'm saying? I can't believe that it does go on. But, you know, you live and you learn. You start seeing shit that you've never learned in life. You know what I mean? Every day is another lesson. But all I got to say about that popular shit is it's a mirror. It's a mirroring. You know what I mean? Women who don't want to be popular like that don't care if you got popularity. You know what I mean? Who wants a woman that wants to be all popular? Like, look, we're not talking about some fucking celebrity. Stop reaching. You know what I'm saying? Y'all trying to reach. No, don't try to reach. I'm talking about like a woman that just got to be out there. Attention on me 24/7. No man really want that. Especially men who don't want themselves out there like that. But I tell you, the men who do like these type of women, same men that on that same shit. Always gotta be out there. Look at me. I'm the shit. I'm so popular. I'm Mr. Popular. I'm a celebrity. No, you're not. You just somebody on Facebook, or you just somebody at some bar everybody fucking knows and probably fucked. You know what I mean? That's all you really are. Just saying. And I'm talking to a man. I'm talking about men in this instance. Always wanting to be some popular motherfucker, man. And that's why a lot of times they like those type of women and they get burned by those women. These bitches for everybody. Yeah, because you are what you attract, man. You are what you attract. So A lot of times, if you're a good woman, you're going to come to find, if you really, really dig deep and analyze people that you think you like, a lot of times the reason why they not liking you back is because y'all not evenly yoked. You don't see it because of the attraction part, but it's actually a good thing. It's actually a blessing in disguise. You know, so when I hear men say these women don't like good men, by default, the first thing that goes off of my head, they probably not a good woman. It's either they don't like you, they're not attracted to you, or they're not a good woman. Because if they was, they'd be attracted to good men. Same thing, vice versa. When I hear men saying that same shit, I hear men saying the same shit, or should I say, I hear women saying the same shit. Yeah. My bad. I already said the woman part. I hear women saying the same shit. These men just want the hoes. They don't want no housewives. By default, in my head, I already think, well, you just probably like bad men. Those men are attracted to bad women. That's why they overlooking you. That's why he didn't see your worth. That's why he smashed you and dashed. If he was looking for a good woman, you're a good woman. You can't use the excuse of, it's just some sex that happened, because really he shouldn't even be sleeping with a woman that he doesn't have some type of attraction to. So what is it really? What is it really? A lot of these men are attracted to bad women, dog. Believe it or not. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of y'all good women, y'all don't see that. You're still trying to convince a motherfucker to like a good woman, but he's not a good enough man to be able to reciprocate towards good women. Not saying that he won't be, but we all know they're going to fall for that too. Well, I see the good in him, or it's possible. Let me keep trying. Nah, man, find somebody that's already on that shit, man. Know your worth, remember? Title of the video. Title of the video, Know Your Worth. Remember that shit? That's part of it. I know, by knowing my worth, I know. And by knowing my worth, I know, how can I put this? By knowing my worth, I know I should only fuck with women who know their worth. So why the fuck would I be crying over women who like bad guys? They don't know their worth. Period. Now, you could argue and say, well, they just don't like this one or that one. Okay, fine. If they didn't like this one or that one, but I bet you, whoever they do like is a good dude. Good for them. I guarantee it. If she's a good woman, she's not going to be liking bad motherfuckers, man. Unless he deceived her and convinced her that this is a bad dude. If she knows her worth, let me put it like that. If she knows her worth and she's a good woman, impossible for her to like some bad dude. Same thing, vice versa. Impossible for these men to like hoes like y'all keep crying about. They would like good women. Because they know their worth, man. What can a bad woman do for me but fuck up my life? She can't do nothing good for me. So why the fuck would I fuck with her? If I know my worth as a man, right? And I'm a good man like I claim. If I'm a good man like I claim and I know my worth, why the fuck would I be attracted to hoes instead of housewives? Why? Come on, man. Make it make sense. So all that crying about, they like the hoes and other housewives. You're crying over motherfuckers that ain't worth crying over. It don't matter if you was attracted to them. It don't matter. Are they good enough for you? I mean, not good enough for you. Are they good for you? 9 times out of 10, the shit motherfuckers be crying over be motherfuckers that will fuck your life up. And you had to live with that shit for the rest of your life. Because you don't know your worth. Or you don't know, when you know your worth as a woman or man, by default, you know a woman or man's worth. You know what they should be doing. You can look at a woman or man and say, that's a worthy woman or man. Because you know your worth. It's a mirroring. It's a mirroring, dog. So all the women and men who know their worth can look at women and men and know, oh yeah, that one knows their worth. She's not showing her body like that. Now, it's not about her showing her body. That if you like her and you think she likes you, it's not about her showing her body to you. She's not on social media showing her body. That girl might seem like she know her worth, man. because she really do. She understands that she doesn't have to show her body to attract good men that are worth attracting. She knows if I do this, I'm probably only going to attract bullshit. So in other words, if I cash out on every first date or I look at the fucking millions of dollars I got, I know by default, I'm probably going to attract bullshit. Not saying it's impossible for me to attract a good woman, right? By doing that. But the odds are going to be super slim. I'm not saying that you couldn't attract a good dude by showing your body, but the odds are super slim. Because part of being a good man is not wanting a woman showing her body to the world. Part of being a good woman is not wanting a man that is trying to buy a woman's worth. Because a good man understands a woman's priceless. And a good woman understands that a man understands that a woman is worth more than just looks. I can go on for days and days, but I'm not going to. Y'all have a good night. Anyways, my dude, he back. He back. And if it wasn't winter, you know I'd pull these out. Matter of fact, speaking of worth, I know the worth of these shoes. That's why these shoes are what? 10 years old almost? Look at that shit, man. Come on now. Almost 10 years old. Damn near spotless, man. Because when I buy shit for me. I don't buy shit for motherfuckers. If I did, they'd been already fucked up. But when you buy shit for yourself, you take care of that shit. Because nobody's looking now. You know, these are old as hell, right? Even though they new as hell. They old as hell. Nobody's on these no more. But you still taking care of it because you bought it for you. You didn't buy it to, oh, look at the new J's I got out today. People who do that, I guarantee you they shit will be fucked up in within a month. Because they only bought it to show at the world, look what I got. They didn't buy it because they wanted it. Because if they did, they'd treat them motherfuckers like gold down there. They try not to fuck that shit up, right? Which goes back to the status part with the women and men. Have you ever noticed sometimes when somebody in a new relationship, they want to show everybody, look what I got. And then when people don't give a fuck, now they not happy. You know what I'm saying? And that's what happens with a lot of women. You know, I want a man that all women want. And if that woman feels like nobody want her woman, now she don't want him. Or if it's vice versa. She don't want you until she sees other motherfuckers with you. They see you with a girlfriend. Now they want to hit you up and shit. It's stupid, man. Men do it too. Don't get it twisted. Don't get it twisted. But it goes back to the thing with the men too. Like if you just getting with a woman just because you want other people to look at what you got in private, you're probably not going to treat her like what I said about the shoes. You know what I'm saying? You're probably going to not treat her as good. But if you got with the woman because of you think she's the shit, instead of caring about what other motherfuckers think, it's going to be a different story. That's just the way it is, man. I'm out this bitch, man. Y'all get it or y'all don't.